Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetschoose.com, and today we are here at the Xiaomi event and we have the Redmi Note 4G device with us. As you can see, this is the Redmi Note 4G. We have already done a hands-on of the Redmi Note device, which was showcased earlier. So you can see that particular device as a hands-on review. We have posted that on our channel. So talking about this device, we have two versions of Redmi Note which are going to be launched on the first week, and then you have the second week of December where the Redmi Note 4G will come. So Redmi Note will come for a price of approximately 8,999, which is 9,000 rupees, whereas the Redmi Note 4G will come for 10,000 rupees, and this one will come for 9,999, which is the MRP of this particular device and at which you can actually buy it. Now there is a difference that Redmi Note 4G is coming in partnership with Airtel, so you can buy it from the Airtel store as well. But before that, you need to register on the airtel.in website. You need to first of all register for this device in order to buy it, and later on you can actually pick it from the Airtel store. There are approximately 30 Airtel stores in Delhi where you can actually go ahead and buy it, and this will happen in the second week of December. Talking about the specs, the Redmi Note 4G actually has better specification as compared to the Redmi Note which is going to come with 3G compatibility only, whereas this one will support 4G, and backward compatibility for 3G is also there. You also have Snapdragon 400 on this device on the Redmi Note 4G, and this is how it looks like. In terms of the look and feel, it looks exactly the same as you might have seen on the Note. So in terms of the build and the finishing, the material which are there are also same. We have the glossy back cover at the back side, which will get a lot of fingerprints over time and some scratches as well, and again this is something which we do not like much. We have the buttons over there which are colored in silver, and they are plastic buttons, give you decent amount of feedback. And at the top we have the microphone, the secondary microphone for noise cancellation. We have a 3.5mm audio jack over here, which is again for headphones, and at the bottom we have the prime microphone. We have micro USB port for data syncing and charging. At the back side we have the loudspeaker over there, which will again get muffled and blocked to an extent when you place the device like this on a table. So in terms of the design, it is exactly the same. The hardware inside the Redmi Note 4G is something which is going to make a lot of difference, because the performance will also suffer, especially on the Redmi Note. The kind of specification you have on Redmi Note is again the MediaTek chipset, which is 6592 octa-core 1.7 GHz, which comes with 2 GB of RAM, and on this device as well you will have 2 GB of RAM. So both of these phones will have 2 GB of RAM, but the kind of performance you will get with the Snapdragon 400 over time will be better as compared to the Redmi Note which you can buy. So I would rather recommend you to wait for Redmi Note 4G in case you want to buy the Redmi Note from Xiaomi. The Redmi Note 3G will come for a price of 8,999, and it will come on 2nd of December, where you can actually buy it for the first time. And one thing you should make a note of is that the Redmi Note, whenever the sale of the Redmi Note 3G will start in India, the Redmi 1S will be discontinued. Again, this device is a better device in terms of the display size. It is a bigger display as compared to the Redmi 1S, but Redmi 1S will not be available in India after the Redmi Note 3G sale or the Redmi Note 4G sale will start. So you will not be able to buy that through Flipkart on that from that particular date, that is 2nd of December. So talking about this device, as you can see on the front we have these touch capacitive buttons at the bottom, which are again, I think they do not have backlit LED. They are actually colored in red, so you may not be able to see them in dark room, especially that could happen. And on the front we can see that we have a 5 megapixel camera over there. We have nice metallic earpiece over there. At the rear we have 13 megapixel camera and an LED flash, and this 13 megapixel camera does have autofocus, and it can also record high definition video. This is how the MIUI look like. Again, this one is not even running the MIUI, which is the version 6. Version 6 will come later. As far as the information which we have got today, the MIUI 6 will come to Xiaomi devices by the early 2015. So you can expect the UI to hit on these phones in January 2015. As of now, they will run the MIUI 5. This is how it looks like, as you can see. So in terms of the build quality and the finishing, everything remains the same. Talking about the specifications, we have a different specification over here for the Redmi Note 4G, which is Snapdragon 400 chipset, and you will have 1.2 GHz quad-core processor, which is there on the you can say on Redmi 1S, which you might have seen earlier. So let's take a look over the hardware configuration of the phone, and I think we do have NT2 installed on this device, and let me just basically check for the same. Okay, we do not have NT2, but let me just show you the configuration as far as hardware is concerned. We do have 4G connectivity on this device, and again we have a speed test which I can do right now for you. We did the speed test earlier as well. Download speed are very impressive, but the upload speed are again not too great. It is 1.2 Mbps, and when we restart this test and we do the test right now in front of you, you can actually find out. Again, this is being done through the lab facility of Airtel in Gurgaon, through which the 4G is there as of now in Delhi, or in Gurgaon basically, because 4G is not rolled out to Delhi, and you can buy this device in the second week of December, but 4G will not be available in the second week of December this year. So in that case, you will need to wait until the 4G is rolled out in Delhi from Airtel, and then you can use 4G from Airtel on this phone. It will support both the bands, so this is something which is very good and impressive on the Redmi Note 4G, that is, it will support both the bands. It will support the TD LTE band, and it will support the FDD LTE band as well. So this is something which is very good for this phone, because this is going to be the first phone, I guess, maybe which will have support for both the bands, which are the kind of bands which are being used by different networks over here in Delhi and in India basically. So talking about the weight, it is around 199 gram in terms of the weight. It weigh really kind of heavy, I would say, as compared to some other 5.5 inch phone I have seen recently. In terms of thickness, it is around 9.5 millimeter in terms of the thickness. The weight is around 200 gram, which is again not too high, not too less as well. And again, you will get used to the weight once you start using this device. Gripping this device is actually a problem because you have a glossy back cover, so this device tend to slip out when you use it in day-to-day usage. It has a 5.5 inch display. You have 720p display on this device, and again you won't notice pixelation on this display, but again if you read a document with large amount of text, you might be able to notice certain amount of pixelation. Let me just show you the phone dialer and other things. And for that, we will just go over here, and this is how the phone dialer look like. Again, this is running the MIUI, which is kind of responsive and fast enough. I do not notice any kind of lag on this device till now, and this is good. The phone dialer does not give you the facility of doing a cellular video call. This is how the messaging application look like. As you can see, this is also the MIUI custom messaging application. We do have the latest version of Swift keyboard, which does allow you to do swipe to type, and the keyboard keys are pretty big on this 5.5 inch display. You can easily type, and you also get a pop-up and suggestions as well at the top whenever you press any key or whenever you type any word. Talking about settings, let me just go into the settings and show you what all we have. As far as the toggles are concerned, these are the toggles which you will get for data, for auto mode, for vibrate, rotation, DND and other things. And you do have notification you can access from here. And let me just go into settings and take a look over the version of Android. So the version of Android which you will get on Android on Redmi Note 4G will be KitKat, whereas the Redmi Note, which is going to come with the MediaTek chipset before this one, which is going to be available through Flipkart, that will come with Jelly Bean. So you will get KitKat on this device at least, which is better. Again, it is not the latest version of Android as of now, but you will get KitKat on this device, which is definitely a good thing as compared to what you get on Redmi Note, which is again going to come with Jelly Bean. And it will take some months, minimum around 3 to 4 months at least, for Xiaomi to actually release the MIUI 6 on these devices, including the Redmi Note 4G and Redmi Note 3G as well. And in that case, you might get Lollipop. They are working on Lollipop on this device, and maybe that will come as soon as it gets ready. So taking a look over the settings, I can show you some more information about the storage. Let me just show you the information about the storage over here. On the storage front, we have 8 GB of storage on this device, which is there, and out of which 4.53 GB is available. The total available storage is 6.1 GB, and out of which some part is being taken up by the some area is being taken up by the storage by the OS itself, the MIUI, which is running on top of Android. So available amount of storage which you will get for the consumer is going to be 4.5 GB only out of 8 GB. We do have a SD card support, and you can have an SD card up to 64 GB on the Redmi Note 4G, whereas the support for the SD card on Redmi Note 3G or the Redmi Note itself is going to be only 32 GB maximum, whereas this one can take 64 GB memory card. Apart from this, we do have some information over there for the display. We have brightness support over there. We do have some automatic brightness as well. All these things are there. Let me just show you the camera UI, and again you will get all the kind of features which you have on the MIUI. All the gestures are supported, different kind of buttons, functionality you can actually control on this device. Let me just show you the application scenario. So we have 2 GB of RAM on this device, and let me just show you the current status of the RAM. Again, we are not able to see the current status of the RAM as of now in this application, but we will show that later once we do the full review. Right now we do not have the required application which could actually show you the current status of the RAM. The amount of RAM free on this device should be around 1 GB, I guess. And again, the device is fairly responsive in terms of the UI. I do not notice any major lag on this device, which is a good thing. Let me just take a photo of my iPhone 6 over there to show you the overall performance of this device as far as camera is concerned. Again, we are going to take this photo in artificial light, and here we have my iPhone 6, and let's see how does the camera actually handle this amount of light with the subject. So the camera shutter is pretty quick in order to take some photos. Let me just take one more photo over here, and I will show you both of them now. So this is how the photo looked like in low light. It has captured colors pretty decently. In terms of details are not that great, but it is doing a pretty decent job. As far as the photo of my iPhone 6 is concerned, I can show you that as well. So this is how the iPhone 6 photo looked like. It looks pretty good in terms of the details, and the color production is also decent enough. It is not too great in terms of the overall color production, I would say, or in terms of brightness, but it is pretty decent for a device like this, which is coming for this much of price. The 13 megapixel camera on this device is working pretty well. You will have the same camera on the Redmi Note 4G and 3G device. Both of them will have the same camera, that is 13 megapixel camera at the back, and front camera will be 5 megapixel. Let me just toggle back to the front camera to show you the front camera view. So this is how the front camera view will look like. Let me just take a photo of mine. Again, we are taking against light, so this will be a test of the camera. So as you can see, this is how the camera quality will look like in the front camera. It is again pretty good, I would say, because the light was against the camera and it has taken a pretty decent shot in which I can see myself clearly. So the front camera is also decent, and it can do a high definition video recording as well, just like the rear camera. So you can record high definition video from the rear camera as well as from the front camera. Both cameras can record high definition video, and I can show you the settings for the same. So here we have the settings, and we can actually record high definition video on this device. Again, we will show that setting later on, but this is something which I can say that the front camera and the rear camera, both of them are pretty good on this device. You have a lot of options over there, which includes fast motion video recording, which you can do. We have more settings over here, which allows you to set it to simple mode, or you can set it to advanced mode, in which you can do a macro, you can do a manual focus as well on this device. Once you enable the advanced mode, in this mode you can actually have manual focus, and you can control the resolution. The resolution is full HD from the rear camera, that way the video can be recorded. You can also record slow motion video and normal videos as well. Let me just toggle to the front camera, and for the front camera, if I talk about the resolution, again, I'm not able to find out, but the front camera can record high definition video. So in all, I can say that this device is a pretty decent device for the price, and Redmi Note 4G is definitely a better device as compared to Redmi Note 3G or Redmi Note whatever you would like to call it. And this will come with Airtel, which you can buy. You can also buy it from Flipkart as well. Not only Airtel, but you can also buy it from Flipkart. So the registration will happen on airtel.in, and you can also buy this device not only from Airtel stores but also from Flipkart in case that is a problem. So do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.